If your dog hears come and keeps sniffing, chasing, or running in the opposite direction, the recall cue may not be weak because your dog is stubborn. You may have accidentally taught them that coming to you ends the fun, predicts punishment, or can be ignored. In this video, we are fixing the 5 recall killers that create that problem. Then I will give you a simple training plan to rebuild the cue from the ground up. Recall killer number 1 is repeating the cue. Come, buddy, come here. Every extra repetition tells the dog the first word did not matter. Eventually, come becomes background noise. Say the cue once when you are reasonably sure the dog can succeed. If the dog cannot respond, do not stand there testing the word. Reduce the distraction, shorten the distance, or use the long line to manage the situation while you walk closer. Training should create successful repetitions, not document failure. If your current cue has been ignored hundreds of times, consider starting fresh with a new word such as here or close. Treat it like a brand new behavior. Protect that word from the mistakes that damaged the old one. Begin indoors with your dog only a few feet away. Say the dog's name once. When they look, say the new recall cue and move backward. The moment the dog reaches you, mark with yes, gently hold the collar, and deliver several small treats one after another. That collar hold matters. Plenty of dogs run back, grab the treat, and dodge the hand that reaches for them. A life-saving recall ends with the dog safely under control, not orbiting 3 feet away. Practice the collar grab separately. Say gotcha, touch the collar, feed, then release. Build from a gentle touch to a normal secure hold. Your dog should learn that hands near the collar predict good things. Recall killer number 2 is calling only when the fun ends. If come always means the leash clips on, the park closes, the bath begins, or the dog loses the sock they found, avoiding you becomes a smart strategy. Call your dog during fun, reward, and release them back to the fun. In a fenced yard, let the dog sniff. Call once, reward heavily, then say go play, and allow more exploration. Do this several times before the session actually ends. You are changing the meaning of recall. Coming to you is no longer a trap door that ends everything good. It becomes a quick, rewarding check-in that may send the dog right back to what they wanted. You can use sniffing as part of the reward. Call the dog away from a mild smell, reward at your body, then walk back and release them to investigate. That makes you the person who controls access to the environment without becoming the person who ruins it. Recall killer number 3 is punishing the dog after they arrive. Maybe you called for 2 minutes, the dog finally came back, and you were furious. From the human point of view, the anger is about the delay. From the dog's point of view, they approached you and punishment happened. Always reward the arrival, even if it was slow, even if you are embarrassed, even if the dog made you late. You can change the training plan afterward, but the moment the dog reaches you must remain safe. The same rule applies to grooming, medication, nail trims, and other things your dog may dislike. Do not casually use the recall cue to summon the dog into an unpleasant procedure. Go get the dog, use a different setup, and train cooperative handling separately. Recall killer number 4 is raising the difficulty too quickly. A dog who comes perfectly in the kitchen has not automatically learned to come past squirrels at the park. Dogs do not generalize skills as easily as people expect. Each new location and distraction changes the exercise. Build recall like a video game with levels. Level 1 is a quiet room. Level 2 is another room. Level 3 is the backyard on leash. Level 4 is a quiet outdoor space on a long line. Later levels add distance, movement, dogs, wildlife, and play. Only make one part harder at a time. If you add more distance, keep distractions low. If you add a distraction, reduce the distance. If you change locations, make the first few repetitions easy again. Use a 15 to 30 foot long line in open spaces. Attach it to a well-fitted harness and keep the line free of tangles. The long line is not for snapping or reeling the dog toward you. It prevents the dog from leaving while you set up training at a safe distance. Let the dog wander a few feet. Say the cue once and move backward. Praise as the dog commits to you. Then reward at your body. If they ignore the cue, the exercise was too hard. Walk closer, regain attention, and reset without repeating the word. Recall killer number 5 is paying with something the dog does not value. Dry kibble may be fine in the hallway. It may not compete with a rabbit, another dog, or a pile of something disgusting in the grass. Build a recall reward that feels different from ordinary training. Use tiny pieces of chicken, cheese, a favorite tug toy, or a short chase game if your dog loves movement. Deliver several rewards, not one lonely crumb. Coming to you should feel like hitting a tiny jackpot. Reward placement matters too. Feed close to your legs so the dog learns to come all the way in. If you throw the reward away immediately, you can accidentally teach the dog to stop short and look for food on the ground. Now let's turn those fixes into 3 games. The first is ping pong recall. 2 people stand several feet apart with treats. Person 1 calls once, rewards at their body. Then person 2 calls. Keep the rhythm fast and end after a few successful rounds. The second is hide and seek. 1 person holds the dog while you hide in an easy location inside the house. Call once. When the dog finds you, celebrate and reward. Gradually make the hiding places harder. This builds speed and teaches the dog to search for your voice. The third is chase me. With the dog on leash or inside a fenced area, get their attention, say the recall cue, and run backward a few steps. Dogs often find movement more exciting than a stationary person repeating commands. Reward when the dog catches you. Notice the common thread. The dog is moving toward you with energy. Recall should not look like a slow negotiation. You are building an automatic, enthusiastic response. There is one more skill that makes recall safer. Teach an emergency cue that is separate from everyday recall. Choose a unique word or whistle you will not use casually. A few times each week, give the cue in an easy situation and deliver an exceptional reward for several seconds. Do not test the emergency cue around major distractions before it is ready. Protect it. The goal is to build such a strong history that the sound cuts through when you genuinely need it. Even a trained dog is not a robot. Recall can fail, especially around wildlife, traffic, fear, or intense play. Use fenced spaces and long lines until the behavior is reliable, and follow local leash laws. Confidence should come from repetitions, not hope. Track your progress with 3 questions. Did the dog respond to 1 cue? Did they run all the way to your body? Could you secure the collar? If any piece breaks, train that piece separately. Speed is useful, but do not confuse speed with understanding. A dog may sprint indoors because the exercise is obvious, and then hesitate outside because the environment is harder. Reward fast responses generously, but also reward a correct, slower response while you reduce the difficulty. Punishing hesitation can make the dog less willing to approach next time. Create a reward station before outdoor practice. Put several high-value treats in a container near the door. Keep the long line and harness together, and decide where you will train. Good recall sessions are often won before the dog comes outside. If you are improvising with weak food and a tangled line, you will miss the clean repetitions that build the cue. Warm up with 3 easy recalls before adding any distance. Call from one side of the room, reward at your body, secure the collar, and release. Then move to the yard and make the first outdoor repetition easier than you think it needs to be. The dog learns that the same cue and finish position apply even though the picture has changed. When you begin using a long line, let it trail only in a safe, open area and keep it away from legs, trees, and other dogs. Gloves can protect your hands, and a harness reduces pressure on the neck if the line reaches its end. Never wrap the line around your hand. Management should prevent escape without creating a new injury risk. Set up distractions instead of waiting for the hardest ones to surprise you. Place a low-value toy on the ground. Begin far away, call once, and reward the turn toward you. Release the dog to investigate after the reward if it is safe. As the response improves, change one variable, a slightly better toy, a little less distance, or a new location. Another useful exercise is restrained recall. Have a helper gently hold the dog's harness while you move a few steps away and create excitement. Say the cue once, and the helper releases. Reward the dog at your body. Keep it brief and stop if restraint makes your dog worried or frustrated. The game should create enthusiasm, not conflict. Avoid calling when you already know the answer will be no. If your young dog is locked onto a running rabbit at the end of a long line, first create enough distance for the dog to notice you, then use the cue. Protecting the word is more important than proving whether it works in a situation you have not trained. Plan for real-life endings too. When it is time to leave the park, call, reward, clip the leash, and spend another minute doing something pleasant before walking to the car. You can scatter a few treats, practice an easy hand target, or allow one last sniff. That buffer prevents the recall from becoming the exact second fun disappears. Progress is not only a faster return. Look for a quicker first head turn, a straighter path back, less hesitation near your hands, and an easier release afterward. Those pieces show that the whole behavior chain is becoming stronger. If one piece weakens, make that piece the next short lesson. Practice with every adult who may need the cue in an emergency. Use the same word, the same one cue rule, and the same finish at the body. A dog who understands one person's recall may hesitate when a different voice uses it without a shared training history. Easy family repetitions close that gap. Record a few sessions from a safe distance if possible. Video can reveal that you lean forward, reach too early, or stop moving just as the dog begins to commit. Small handler changes can improve speed without changing the reward. You are training the whole picture the dog sees, not only the word you say. If a recall fails on a long line, keep the cue safe. Stop repeating it, shorten the distance by moving calmly toward the dog, and regain connection without dragging them in. Then reset with an easier repetition you can reward. The failed attempt belongs in your training notes, not in an argument with the dog. End each session with an easy success and a release. 5 excellent recalls are enough. More repetitions are not automatically better once speed slows or the dog loses interest. Put the reward away, say the release cue, and give the dog a little safe exploration. The final memory should be a fast return that paid well, not the tired attempt that finally failed. Keep the session count realistic across the week. Several tiny games in different easy places build more flexible understanding than one long weekend drill followed by 6 days without practice. Separate everyday recall from emergency recall in your own habits. The everyday word can be used during training, around the house, and on ordinary walks. The emergency cue stays rare and predicts the best reward you can safely deliver. If every trip from the couch to the kitchen uses the emergency whistle, the sound stops being exceptional long before you need it, near an open gate. Create a reward bank instead of relying on one food forever. Write down 5 things your dog truly enjoys. Food may be first, but tug, chasing you, sniffing, access to the yard, or returning to play may matter more in certain moments. The dog should discover that reaching you opens several good possibilities. Variety keeps the behavior valuable when one reward cannot compete with the environment. Practice recalls when the dog is moving away from you, not only when they are already staring at your face. Let the dog sniff in a safe fenced area or on a long line. Wait for the body to soften, say the cue once, and move backward. This is closer to real life because the dog must interrupt one activity, turn, travel to you, and finish at the collar. Do not hide the collar grab until the end of the training process. Some dogs love running back but duck away when hands appear. Practice reaching from different angles, touching the harness, and holding the collar gently while food arrives. Keep your movements predictable. The dog should not have to guess whether the final step will become a wrestling match. Recall through a doorway should begin with barriers and short distances. One person stands inside, another safely controls the dog, and the collar moves away from the opening. The dog runs toward the person rather than toward the outside world. Gradually change rooms and doors, but never turn an unsecured exterior doorway into an experiment. Management protects the dog while the concept becomes familiar. The yard can make recall look stronger than it is because the boundaries are visible and the distractions are known. Add variety carefully. Practice near a different door at another time of day or while a familiar person moves in the background. Change one piece and keep the distance short. If performance drops, the new picture needs its own easy repetitions. Wildlife requires humility. A dog who recalls from another dog may still fail around a deer, rabbit, or bird. Predatory movement can be intensely reinforcing, and one success does not prove reliability. Use a long line, fenced areas, and local leash laws. Train around lower intensity versions at large distances with professional help when necessary, but do not gamble with traffic or disappearing wildlife. If the cue has become poisoned, changing the word can help, but the new word needs a new history. Do not simply say here after come while every other part of the failed setup remains the same. Return indoors, reduce the distance, use excellent rewards, and protect the new cue from repetition. A different sound works because you teach it differently, not because the syllable itself is magical. Jackpots should be generous but controlled. Several small pieces delivered one after another keep the dog near your body longer than one large piece. Add praise, collar contact, and a release when appropriate. The sequence teaches that arriving is a whole event. It also gives you time to secure the dog before the environment pulls attention away again. As the behavior improves, reduce rewards by changing frequency, not by making the outcome disappointing. Some recalls earn one good treat. Others earn a short game, access to sniffing, or a surprise jackpot. Keep rewarding the difficult recalls more heavily. A dog who leaves play, another dog, or a compelling smell has made a much more expensive choice than a dog crossing the kitchen. Practice with different family voices, but protect consistency. Everyone uses the same cue once, rewards at the body, and secures the collar. Children should participate only in controlled setups with adult supervision, and they should never be responsible for recalling a loose dog near danger. The training game can include them without handing them the safety job. Write a proofing ladder before you need it. List rooms, yard, quiet outdoor space, mild toy distraction, distant people, distant dogs, and other categories relevant to your life. Move through the ladder slowly and drop back whenever the response weakens. A written ladder stops enthusiasm from jumping directly from the living room to the busiest park in town. In a real surprise, use management before pride. If a gate opens or equipment fails, secure the environment, use the strongest trained cue only when the dog can respond, and avoid chasing directly behind them if that turns escape into a game. Local circumstances vary, so prevention remains the safest plan. Check gates, clips, harness fit, and household routines before relying on recall to repair every mistake. Recall is strongest when the dog never learns that escape can start a long negotiation. Protect the cue, protect the equipment, and reward the complete return. Reliability grows from hundreds of ordinary successful choices that make the emergency response feel familiar. If the dog responds but stops 3 feet away, work on reward placement and collar grabs. If the dog looks but does not move, make your body more exciting and reduce the distraction. If the dog cannot look at all, you are too close to the distraction or asking on an environment that is not ready. The 5 recall killers are easy to remember: repeating the cue, ending the fun, punishing the arrival, increasing difficulty too fast, and using weak rewards. Remove those mistakes and the cue finally has room to become reliable. Start tonight in one quiet room. 5 recalls, 1 cue each, great reward, collar touch, and release. Stop while your dog still wants another turn. Tomorrow, do the same thing somewhere slightly different.